why don't we have a broader suite of Treasury products would be one question. And the answer is that as the world of finance develops, people become more and more specialized, right? I heard recently, you don't want to go to a dentist that, he also happens to be a really good proctologist. You want to have somebody that's focused specifically on an individual specific job detail. And we just happen to be really good at foreign currency risk management because that's where I grew up. That's where Scott and Gavin grew up as well. So I think what we bring to the table that's different is that we'd actually sat in the chair of the people that are managing foreign exchange risk. And I think as you look across the spectrum of our competitors, you just don't have that internal expertise that's actually baked into the technology solution. So that's the primary reason. We've looked at things tangential to what we do, such as hedge accounting. We have a module for hedge accounting, more sort of treasury management system type of functionalities, which are, a requisite because people, they don't want to buy more than one system. But I think generally foreign currency risk management is a very specific kind of activity, and you want to go with what is best in class for that particular discipline. What we have that's different than most in our space is that we actually are going into the ERP systems and the financial data systems of a company and extracting the right level of detail from those systems to populate our tool, right? The problem with a lot of ERP systems is that there's just too much data. And so what they do is they consolidate that data into manageable reports that corporate executives can use in order to detail their results. But those reports basically consolidate away the granularity that's necessary in order to do foreign currency risk management. So you have to figure out what is the right level of data that you can access in a large corporate's financial reporting systems that will still give you some level of consolidation, but at the same time allow you enough granularity to be able to do the work that's necessary in order to manage foreign currency risk. A lot of our clients, even though they're incredibly capable of performing a lot of what they see as being necessary to do their jobs, the reality of it is that it takes a long time to build those systems, and it takes a lot of energy and expertise to maintain those systems. And so we can do that one time across, 100 clients for very little incremental cost on a per client basis. To build this from scratch, which is we come up against what they call a homegrown system quite often. The homegrown systems just don't have the same level of functionality and refinement that our system has. For example, one of the things that we have is a portfolio optimization tool that looks at forward point expenditures in relation to currency risk mitigation. A lot of people can say, oh, well, we think that, managing our forward point expense is a really important activity for our company to pursue, but they don't necessarily have a tool in place in order to perform that activity effectively. And so they go about building a mean variance portfolio optimization tool. And I can tell you right now, there's no way they're going to build something that is nearly as capable and as effective as what we have built for solving that particular problem. We have functionality in that tool that they don't even know that they need yet. But because we've had, deployments of that tool across multiple customers, and customers come to us and say, hey, it'd be great to do this, it'd be great to do that. We keep on making these incremental improvements, and it's just impossible in the world of software to go out and build this thing on your own and maintain it on your own where it's going to make sense relative to just renting it from us. we have sort of what we call a shrink wrapped, off the shelf FX risk management process that works really, really well. And the problem that we have a lot, or the frustrations we have often, is a client comes to us and say, this is how we do it in Excel. And we want you to replicate this process using your system and your tools. And it's frustrating for us because some of the things that they're doing in Excel, like I referenced earlier, maybe forecasting on a line by line basis what their foreign currency balance sheets are going to look like, we've already determined that there's a better way to do that. And if we could help the clients understand that there is a better way to run an FX risk management process, it's going to work better for them in the long term because they don't have to do something like forecast cash receivables and forecast cash collections. They no longer have to do stuff like that. And it's going to work better for us because we don't have to build that nuance to their implementation, right? We can just take off the shelf our risk management solution and tell them, okay, these are the things that you have to do within your organization to make the system work. And sort of off they go in terms of, when they trade, how much they trade, their results analytics, all what happens during the course of the month is already prescribed in our shrink wrap solution. And really one of our biggest challenges is getting clients comfortable with the fact that this solution has been developed over years and years. It's been refined again and again, and it's really what we consider to be the gold standard in FX risk management processes. And oh, hey, by the way, we've got a system that will manage that process perfectly.